Hi guys, we are here for math. And in math we are working on amazing fractions, which are so much fun because we know math is everywhere. So yesterday with our fractions, you guys were practicing comparing halves and quarters, or one of two, right? Or one of four. And looking at how when objects are the same size, right? When objects are the same size, and you could break them in half, or you can break them in quarters, or break them in fourths. And when you break them, the more you break them apart, the more equal shares there are. Those shares are getting smaller and smaller, right? So today what we're going to do is, with all this knowledge that we have of fractions, we know that we can create equal shares. We know that we can divide. Shapes is what we're primarily practicing, but really anything, if we take it as a whole, we can divide it into equal shares, and we can do it in so many ways. And what we're going to do today is read some problems. And we know when we problem solve, we read the problem, we make a plan in our head, we write it out, and then we solve it. Right? And we always like to check when we solve. That's why it's important that we write it out, because sometimes it's writing an equation. Sometimes when we write, we draw a picture. And that's what we're going to be doing today when we are writing it and solving it. So let's warm up our brains a little bit with a little mental math. We haven't done mental math in a little bit. I hope it's something that you're practicing at home with moms and dads or a brother. You can practice it with anybody. Mental math is so much fun. What is 5 plus 5? Yeah, I know. Easy. 10. What is 10 minus 5? 5. What is 6 plus 6? 12. What is 6 plus 7? 13. Can't trick you guys. If 6 plus 7 is 13, what's 13 minus 7? 6. You got it. You got it. Okay. One more. If 5 plus 5 is 10, what is 5 plus 7? 12. That's right. 7 is 2 more than 5, and 12 is 2 more than 10. You know your facts within 10. Keep practicing them. Keep them sharp. Okay. Use that IXL. Right. I am always updating IXL. There's some things on there with fractions. Okay. All right. So if you have your math books, you can open them up to page 551. Okay. 551. Now, this is telling us about two friends. Tom ate 1/4 of a large pizza. Jean ate 1/4 of a small pizza. Did they eat the same amount of pizza? Well, first of all, Tom ate from a large pizza, and Jean ate from a small pizza. Are they the same pizza? No, it didn't come from the same hole, so they are not necessarily equal shares. So first, let's draw our large pizza. There's a large pizza. Let's draw a small pizza. Okay, now we know that they both ate 1/4, so we have to create equal shares. And we need to make how many equal shares? If they eat 1/4, then we need to make 4 equal shares. So I'm going to do that by down the middle and across. I can do the same thing over here. And across. Now, they both ate 1/4, but did they eat the same amount? So, let's color this, right? That's showing me that's 1/4. This is also 1/4, right? He ate 1 out of 4. 1 of 4. And he also ate 1 of 4. And these are all showing us 1 of 4. But did they eat the same amount? Is this the same size as this? Even though they both ate 1/4, did they eat the same amount of pizza? If I broke this up and Jacob ate this pizza and Ryan ate this pizza, who ate more pizza? Jacob, that's right. That's right. So no, they did not eat the same amount. This boy ate more because his pizza was larger. So his equal share was larger. Whew, that was tricky. They were trying to trick us, but you are too smart. Kiss those brains. All right, turn the page. Let's do, there are 2 more on this next page together, and then I know you can solve the rest on your own because you are so smart, my amazing mathematicians. Okay. Let's erase. Now you have space in your book that you can draw these pictures, or if you want to get plain white paper, you can solve them there too, okay? Anything you want to make it work. Okay, ready? Number 1 on the top of 552. Landon eats 1/4 of a watermelon slice. All right, let's use our math words. A quarter means what? It means 1 out of 4. That's right. So Landon eats 1/4 of a watermelon slice. Miguel eats 1/2 of a watermelon slice. The slices are the same size. So that means that the watermelon that they're eating, one was not small and one was not large. They are the same size. Who eats more watermelon? So, let's see. The slices of watermelon were the same size. I'm sorry, my circles are not perfect. Let's make them a little better, Miss Egan. Okay. And Landon ate 1/4. So let's split this into quarter. Did I split those into quarters? No. 2 means halves, right? 1 of 2. So I got to split it again. Now I have 4 quarters. And Landon ate 1/4. There's my 1 out of 4. And Miguel ate 1/2. Here's my 1 of 2. Who ate more? Miguel ate a lot more, right? If he ate this whole side is the same as this whole side, right? So he ate double the amount as his friend Landon. So Miguel ate more. Miguel eats more watermelon. If you want to just write M for Miguel, that's fine with me, as long as you know which boy ate more watermelon. The boy that ate 1/2 instead of the boy that ate 1/4, because they were the same size. Gotta listen, right? Okay, let's try number 2 together. Mr. Jones and Mr. Tanner have rugs that are the same size. Okay, so we know their rugs are the same size. Let's think of our rug in our classroom, right? It's a nice big rectangle. Okay, their rugs are the same size. That's what we know so far. Let's keep reading. Mr. Jones's rug uses the colors blue and red in equal amounts. Mr. Tanner's rug uses blue, green, yellow, and black in equal amounts. Whose rug has more blue? Well, let's do Mr. Jones's rug first. Mr. Jones's rug uses the colors blue and red in equal amounts. His rug is split in how many? His rug is split in 2. If there are 2 equal shares, then what do I have? Halves. That's right. So let's say here's Mr. Jones' rug and Mr. Tanner. Okay, so this half, that's 1 of 2 is blue. This 1 of 2 is red, they told us. Okay, and Mr. Tanner's rug is split into equal shares of blue, green, yellow, and black. How many equal shares are on Mr. Tanner's rug? 4. And when I split split something into 4 equal shares, what do I have? Quarters, that's right. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is blue. My 1/4, and the other ones are green, orange, right? Orange? No, green, yellow, sorry. Yeah, and black. So whose rug has more blue? Which one has a larger shaded area? Mr. Jones! Yeah, Mr. Jones has a larger shaded area. So his rug uses more blue. If the rugs are the same size, then the rug that is half blue uses more blue than the rug that is only 1/4 blue. So if your objects are the same size, then you know that a half is larger than a quarter. But you always have to make sure, don't get tricked, right? Make sure the objects are the same size, right? Okay, let's look at the right about it. Let's see if we can talk it out. Can 2 halves ever be different sizes? Well, what did we just talk about? If the 2 shapes that they come from are the same, then halves will always be the same. If the halves come from the same shape, then of course they will be the same, because halves means that they are 2 equal shares. But if something is a half of, let's say if I compared how tall Miss Egan was to how tall Mr. Egan was, right? Or let's look at these shapes over here. These shapes are not the same size. Half of my rectangle here is not the same size as half of my pentagon, right? So even though they're both technically a half, they're not the same. So it depends on where the half is coming from, okay? All right, amazing first graders. Let me see if you can do pages 553 and 554. Problem solve, right? Use your brains and your hearts, and I know you work so hard. I'm so proud of you. Kiss those brains for me, and I can't wait to see the work you do. Bye, guys.